Okay, we got mother shows no remorse after packing up armed home intruders. Let's check it out.
It was either him or me, and I wasn't going. My kids weren't going to get hurt, and they weren't going to see me get hurt.
Shaquita Green came home after hours of interrogation by Marietta police, telling me she did not know who barged into her home in the middle of the night, but said he was armed and threatened to kill her 3 kids.
He'll take them all out.
And then at that point?
Oh, that's when I stepped in front of them and I said, no, you don't have to do all of that.
Green said the man kept asking for her husband, who was not home. After forcing the family at gunpoint to the back of the house, she was able to get her gun and opened fire.
The female told 911 that she had an intruder that had broken into her house and she had shot that intruder.
Police took Green and her husband, who arrived minutes later, away for questioning. Family took the 3 kids. Neighbors say Griggs Street, a one-way street featuring a mixture of old and renovated homes, rarely sees police activity.
I've lived here my entire life. It just makes you think who's coming in, and it's one way in, one way out.
Green's husband believes there's another suspect out there who brought the home intruder into the neighborhood. While they may have been waiting on the husband, his wife was not going to wait for him to get back.
He seemed like he was a junkie, so when you get high off drugs and don't know how to handle it, that's what happened.
Hey man, it was either him or her. You know, death is something that we shouldn't just take lightly. So someone did lose their life in this situation, but he also put himself in a dumb situation. You know, you go into anybody's house. This is why when I was doing things I shouldn't been doing, one thing that I never wanted to do was breaking and entering, home invasions, and all that type of stuff, because you go in somebody's house, even if you think they're not there, you don't know what can happen to you. And someone got the right to defend their home and defend their property, unless you're in California, to where if you shoot the intruder in California, I heard that they can sue you if they make it out of there, or their family can sue you. But in her situation, they said Marietta. I'm not sure what state that is. Y'all can let me know down below, but I'm not mad at her at all, man. She did what she needed to do, protected her family, and this is why I say train your kids, firearm safety, how to use a gun properly. Hope that they would never have to actually use it, especially while they're young, and defend their home. But you got to understand, there are people out there that once the child gets about 5-6 years old, they're out there on the range. They're learning how to shoot. They're learning gun safety. So, 1, to prevent accidents in the home, and 2, so they can properly defend themselves in this world, because guns are here. People got guns. I know it's a big group of people that wants to take guns away, but you got to understand, legislation, laws, all that stuff that controls guns, it only affects the citizens. Criminals, they're still going to get guns. The guns are already here. You can try to put harsher penalties on it, but at the end of the day, they're still going to be out there on the street. So we got to understand, the best thing to do is be proactive. Don't be that type of person that, especially when it comes to like your wife or girlfriend, you got to make sure she knows how to use a gun, because you don't want anybody in your family we got to call the police when situations happen, but you're going to wait for them to show up and wait for them to, because you gotta understand, like, when police, it's not the movies, this ain't TV shows, right, to where every time they get a call, it's a shootout or something going on, home invasion or whatever, you think they're sprinting over there to get to the scene. Not always. There are some cops that, you know, are super cops and are actually doing that, but majority of cops, when they hear there's an active shooting going on, they're taking their time. They're going to take their sweet time. They're going to pull up. They're going to wait for they back up, be peeking out the bushes. I was just watching something earlier the other day. The cop, he heard it was a shooting and he had to go in the building. He was like, I don't know about this. And he waited a few extra minutes, which could be the, life or death for you if you were shot or something is happening to you. He waited a few extra minutes to actually enter the building because he was scared. So you got to understand that these are like humans, they're people, like, and everybody don't got that call to action, let me run head first into danger, you know. So and they got protocols to where sometimes they're not supposed to do that. So learn how to shoot, make sure you can defend yourself and your property. Now I would speculate that her husband probably doing something that he ain't had no business doing for some people that obviously would be willing to hurt his family, to know where his home is at and to show up there and to, threaten his family. So, the husband, he gotta stop doing whatever he was doing. And they even said the husband speculates that there's another person out there. Now when I hear that, it's like it's not even that he speculates it. He probably knows, because the person that she shot probably wasn't the person that he had a problem with. So this might be a problem that comes back up later for him. Hopefully not. Maybe it was just somebody heard he got some money in the house or something like that. But if they said they were waiting for his husband, for her husband, then that's a red flag. But shout out to this woman, defended herself and her kids. Said it was going to either be him or me. You can tell she definitely still kind of in shock about it, but it's just like it is what it is. I had to handle business, man. Yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this story down below, man. As always, love y'all. I'm out.